Alrighty, Padres pregame thoughts. Padres and the Rockies. We're in Denver. It's a interesting series. It feels like always when the Padres go to Colorado, and it might end up being even more interesting because the Colorado Rockies are really bad. They have 5 wins this year, and I'm not saying the Padres are the best team in baseball, but they should win this series, is what we think, right? Dylan Cease on the mound here in game one, Michael King. Like, they should win the first 2 games of this series, but wacky things happen in Colorado. So we shall see. Lineup is out. Bogarts, Tatis, Cronenworth, Profar, Kim, Campusano, Rosario, Merrill, and Azokar. You'll obviously see that there's no Manny Machado there. I don't know why. Obviously, Mike Schilt, as of this recording, he has not spoken to the media, so I don't know why you would give Manny a day off when he's facing a lefty and it's in Denver. But when you look at the matchups, Manny Machado is hitting, I think, 200 in his career off of Austin Gomber, and it's 25 at bats, 670 OPS. So he's not doing the best off of Austin Gomber, but some of those games I assume were at Petco Park, not at Coors Field. Lefty versus righty. Manny is swinging the bat a little bit better. So this is just an off day. And maybe the Padres are like, we're facing the Rockies. We should win even without Manny in this lineup. We got to give him a day here. It's a long season. That's probably what their thought process is. It's not like he has an 1,000 OPS off of Austin Gomber. We'll see. I mean, look, even without Manny, yes, I agree. The Padres should win this game. I hope that they can sweep the series, but getting to a sweep, like, that's hard in Colorado. And I get it. We're facing the Rockies, but that's just difficult. So I'm just asking for a series win here. I'm not saying they got a sweep, even though the Rockies suck. I'm just saying, let's win this series. Bogart's still leading off. I don't think you're going to see a change in that. I don't think you were going to see it until probably after this Colorado series if Xander continued to struggle. Now, he had that couple of hits yesterday, had the home run yesterday. I think that he wants to give Bogarts as many opportunities to get out of this slump and start playing better. And Colorado is a place that he can do that. Obviously Tatis, Cronenworth, I believe, is hitting pretty well off of tonight's starting pitcher. 348 average for Croney, 897 OPS off of Gomber in 23 at bats. Ha-Seong Kim has a 1,300 plus OPS in 14 at bats. So look out for those guys to maybe do some damage. Hopefully they can. And having a Zokar in left, it's not the worst thing in the world. We know he has speed. I like Profar defensively. I'm fine with him defensively. It's not the worst thing in the world having that speed there. And Manny, having him as a potential bat off the bench. I think teams, when you give a day off to a star player, you probably don't want them getting an at bat. You want them to have the full day off. But if the situation calls for it, we know Manny Machado is going to want to have the bat in his hands and go up there if Azokar is up at the plate. He's on deck. Manny's going to want that spot there in the top of the ninth if the Padres are down a run. So we'll see what happens there. Dylan Cease, I thought Sammy Levitt put together a great tweet moments ago. Padres, they have gotten exactly who they acquired in Dylan Cease. They're not getting the guy of last year. They're getting the guy that they want and that they gave up Drew Thorpe and they gave up some talented guys for. A sub-2 ERA in 4 starts. Opponents are hitting 130 off of Cease. That ranks 3rd in Major League Baseball among pitchers with 15 innings of work or more. Right-handed hitters are just 1 for 39. That's a .026 average with 16 strikeouts against him. So now when we look at the Rockies lineup, let's see how many of right-handed hitters are in there. Blackman's a lefty, McMahon's a lefty, Jones is a lefty, so there's 3 lefties in this lineup. McMahon kills the Padres, so we'll see if that continues. Tovar's hitting 306. He's a righty, though. But really, for me, the 2 lefties to watch, it's Charlie Blackman, because he's a Padres killer, and it's Ryan McMahon. Those are the 2. Nolan Jones, I think he's had some moments, but he is terrible this year. 484 OPS with a 148 average. And then Brendan Rodgers, he's down there at the bottom. There was potential there years ago, right? One of the more talked about prospects in baseball. He hasn't really lived up to that, but there's still talent there, so I guess you could watch out for him. But really, Blackman and McMahon for me are those Elias Diaz, but he's a righty. Blackman and McMahon, those are two guys that I have an eye on. Bullpen, it's in good shape. Not a whole lot of relievers had to be used yesterday, obviously, with the Musgrove outing. And that's why part of why it was so big, not just to go win that game yesterday and avoid the sweep, but to get that bullpen some rest heading into Colorado because you just don't know what the heck to expect in Colorado. So there we go. Underdog Fantasy, by the way, my picks for today. Randy Arozarena, I recommend you go use Underdog Fantasy today. Higher half plate appearance. That's one of their special picks today. Go use that. There's also, I believe, Paulo Bencaro, half a point scored. But I'm going with the half plate appearance. I think that's the safer bet because Randy, he's in the lineup. I have checked. There could be an early injury, who knows, in that Magic playoff game. And then you lose it. Like, I'm trying to go 100%. I'm not going to lose this. Jalen Brunson, higher 24.5 points. I know this isn't Padres, but I'm just going through all of my picks today. Dylan Cease, lower half first inning runs allowed. And then I've got Montero for the Rockies, lower half runs scored. I'm hoping that the Rockies don't score any runs, and they suck. So with Dylan Cease on the mound, I mean, I like that combination, but it's also Colorado. It's baseball. Dylan Cease may end up giving up 6 runs tonight. Who knows? But there's some pregame thoughts for you. Padres against the sucky Rockies. These are games the Padres have to take advantage of. I was saying yesterday on the show after that Blue Jays series, take advantage of these series against bad teams. They didn't do that enough last season.